Welcome to day 79 of the school year. This row's almost complete. Okay, let's go ahead and get our beginning fraction written down. We have a total of 180 school days. We are on day 79. Let's go ahead and find the factors of our numerator. Our numerator is 79. Two factors we always know are 1 and the number itself. Using the commutative property of multiplication, we can also write it down as 79 times 1. Now we're going to go through our possible factors in order. So after 1, we're going to try 2, and we're going to use our divisibility rules to figure out what factors work. So 2, the rule for 2 is that it ends in an even number. 9 is odd, so 2 is not a factor, and if 2 is not a factor, no even number will work. So we try the next odd number, which is 3. The rule for 3 is that we add the digits together. 7 plus 9 is 16. 16 is not a multiple of 3, so 3 is not a factor. We try 5. The rule for 5 is that it ends in a 0 or 5. It ends in a 9, so 5 is not a factor. We try 7. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70, 77, 84. 79 is not in that list, so 7 is not a factor. We try 9. 9 has the same rule as 3. We add the digits together. I get 16. 16 is not a multiple of 9, so 9 is not a factor. We try 11. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88. 79 is not in that list, so 11 is not a factor. I have a sneaky suspicion that 79 may be prime. So I'm going to look on my prime number sieve. Yes, 79 is prime. So we have found all our factors. If it's prime, it means it has exactly 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. Now we just need to find our greatest common factor. So let's see if 79 works. If it doesn't, then 1 is our greatest common factor. That's 79, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 71 plus 8. I have 28 left over, so 79 is not our greatest common factor. So that means 1 is our greatest common factor. So let's make our groups of 1. Done. How many total groups of 1 do we have? 180. How many are shaded in? 79. Let's go ahead and do our division with our algorithm to prove it in a separate way. So we're dividing 180 into groups of 1 and 79 into groups of 1. Okay, 1 times 100 is 100. Numbers the same, zeros a game, more on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 80 times 1 is 80. Numbers the same, zeros a game. Add these partial quotients. 100 plus 80 is 180. Here I'm going to do 70 times 1 is 70. More on top, no need to stop. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 9 times 1 is 9. Numbers the same, zeros a game. 70 plus 9 is 79. Now we're going to check. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Divisor times quotient plus remainder. Since our remainder is 0 and the identity property of addition says when you add 0 it stays the same, we don't need to add the 0. But what we end up with here is the identity property of multiplication that says when you multiply by 1 it stays the same. One group of 0, one group of 8 tenths, one group of 100. One group of 9, one group of 7 tenths. So 79, that matches my dividend, so that checks. 180, that matches my dividend, so that checks. So our numerator is definitely 79, and our denominator is definitely 180. Okay, now let's go ahead and fill in our data collection page. Trimester 2, week 4. Today is 12/6/19, and our fraction for today is 79/180. 79 is a prime number. It is not a factor of 180, so that means our greatest common factor is 1. And when we make groups of 1, we don't have to get out the number line. But I do like to show you, here it is, 79/180. There's no line below it because there's no equivalent fraction in lowest terms. This is our simplest form. Okay, so let's go ahead and erase your worksheet, and thank you for joining me.